Murdy and Atuljet. Give me my chat box. It's so I don't get raided. I click on it once every 5 minutes. What is the level? I wonder what you guys are talking about here. Murdy says he's been investing a bunch lately. Looks like crypto market is skyrocketing. Interesting. Which cryptos are you investing in? Maybe I should share this. I've got this strange issue where Buffer is not publishing my ads to Twitter. It publishes them to Facebook, but not to Twitter. I haven't checked LinkedIn to see if it goes there. It's Clash of Clans. I have the game open so I don't get raided and lose gold. Oh, I see. Okay, so you keep it open and then every now and then you just... So how does it work? Can you only get raided if the game is closed? I've never played Clash of Clans, so I don't know how it works. You're investing in VeChain and Bitcoin. Nice. So you only get raided if you're offline. So if you keep it open and then you switch into the screen every now and then, you don't get raided. It's a neat trick. A neat little hack. You are here and you are there. Are you talking to Murdy? I told you that. You are here and you are there. I'm across 5 platforms, mate. I'm on, 5 platforms. That's Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Discord. Yeah, I figured you were talking to Murdy, but I just took it as if you were talking to us both. Full of cock, you. But thanks for joining us, both of you. I appreciate your support. Waiting for others to join us. I am live across all 5 platforms, so it's just a matter of time before others join us here in the chat. I'm not even going to respond to that, Brew. You're just so full of shit. Did you use the toilet this morning? Because you need to get some of that shit out, mate. Just make sure that you use the toilet sometime and get rid of some of that shit. Cool. I'm talking to you. Power was out again today from 10:30 to 12:30. It'll probably be out again at 6 this evening. I also have some shit to do just now, so yeah, I'm gonna try and go for 3 hours. What's the time now? Time is now 1:10, so 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 till 4. I'll be cutting it fine. Cutting it real fine if I go till 4. Perhaps 3:30. Ish. Yikes, Facebook is difficult to work with. Oh, we have another viewer. Welcome. I don't have the chat open right now. I'm busy sharing this video. Ah, you're on Facebook as well. Hey. Do me a favor and share this to your Facebook, or share it to a group that you're in. I am tired of the audiences in the groups that I share it to. It's always the same people who come in and they ask the same questions. We've got 4 viewers now. M asks for a general reading. Welcome, M. M is on YouTube. What am I going to do today? Says Atuljit. It's standard, it says so, free tarot readings. Starting with M. M is requesting a 3-card spread. General reading. Cool. Make M aware of the opportunities which can be seized today and this week and this month. Your past interval is the Princess of Discs reversed. This card is telling me about artistic process, about you co-creating with others, creating whatever you were creating, if you're an artist or musician, or if it's just talking about whatever application of creativity you apply in your work. It's talking about creating things that bring about financial success. It's talking about how this was a challenge, especially working with others in that regard. And this is in your past. So this is things that have happened already, things that are closing now. In your present, you've got an Eight of Swords. And this Eight of Swords is talking about changes, making changes in order to create balance. So Swords is the sphere of the mind. It's talking about thoughts and intuition and purpose. So adjustments and changes happening to the way you perceive or what you thought was your purpose. Making changes to your thought processes and the way you react in your thoughts to events that occur in your environment. And changing the way that you understood your intuition. Like, you've got a lot of people, even me, I oftentimes find that I get like a fear response to something, and I think that that is intuition. So making changes to intuition is usually talking about separating fear from intuition. So these are things you're doing in your present. You're making changes to your thought processing and to how you perceived your purpose, and you're doing this in order to find a state of balance within yourself and within your purpose. Your future interval is the Two of Discs. So this one is talking about potential for financial growth, physical, just evolution in your physical value, your physical resources. It could be talking about technology, it could be talking about wealth, it could be talking about assets. It's specifically potential. There's opportunity for you to step through a gateway now that will bring financial value into your life. If you stay on that path, if you have endurance and you stick to that path, you can bring in a lot of abundance in your physical value. So in the past you were co-creating with others, trying to apply your creativity to create security in your finances, and it was a challenge, but that period is over. Now you're making adjustments and changes to what you perceived your purpose to be, so that you can find balance within yourself. And as we make balance in ourselves, we create balance in the environment around us as well. And in your future, like something that is in your present now that you can seize, is an opportunity to invest in assets, or an opportunity to invest in a business venture or something like this. And to do so will bring you a lot of financial value and financial growth. You will have to, however, have endurance and stick to it. Whatever you choose now, you're going to have endurance and be able to go for long periods without seeing any kind of return from your investments. But in the end, it will manifest and you will receive that abundance. Sila, thank you so much. I hope it resonates, and yeah, if you'd like to give something back, please feel free to donate. A like, a subscribe, and a share is equally as valuable. Thank you so much. So Atuljet says, can you tell me how much mark I will get in this ongoing exam? Now we can ask the tarot this question. We can ask this tarot. But it's not likely going to give you an exact percentage. We'll ask anyway. When I observe you, and I observe you in your future where you're doing your exams, I see a mark of 62%. But we'll ask the tarot anyway and see what the tarot says. Atuljit understand how he can obtain the best marks possible with what he knows and with what he has. So, Atuljit on YouTube, your first card, the past interval, is number 18 of the trumps, and it is the moon. So this card is talking about magic and spiritual potential. The card is reversed, so it's talking about how you've recently applied magic and your spiritual your understanding of the spiritual towards achieving a better mark in your exam. This process was difficult for you and scary even, so it's in the past, it's something that is coming to a close, you've applied it, you've used it, its effects are going to manifest. In your present you have the Prince of Swords, and the Prince of Swords is talking about how you've put yourself into a position where you have no choice except to use what you know and to engage the reaches of your potential in order to move forward and break through blockages and resistances. So the resistance here is is in fact the exam itself. It's your focus, your purpose. All of these things are resistances towards attaining what you want. So you've put yourself in a position where you have no choice except to really engage your potential in order to push through those blockages and reach your outcome. That's what's going on for you now, and this, what you've come through, where you applied magic and your spiritual understanding towards the desire you want, which is naturally a high mark, this is what has now placed you into this position where you have no choice except to really grab hold of your potential and apply it. And that's where you are, studying and reading and studying essentially, and adjusting your thought processes in the way that you think about what you're learning, how you interact with it, adjusting the way you think about it. Like instead of saying I suck at math, you're starting to say I'm good at math. You're adjusting your thoughts. In your future you've got an 8 of Cups. So this 8 of Cups is talking about how the result of your exam is going to have a large impact on your emotional self. It's going to cause all kinds of emotional changes to happen. And those changes are good, because right now, in this moment where you are, where you're forcing yourself through your limitations, only certain of your emotional cups are being filled. Only certain aspects of your being feel fulfilled. You're feeling like there's a lack of emotional well-being in most of your life and your environment. So, as a result of this, whether your mark is good or bad, it's going to have a strong impact on your emotions, and it's going to create a shift so that your cups are not running dry anymore. It's something you're going to have to work with as well. As you notice it happening and you notice these emotions coming up, you're going to have to change the way you interact with the emotions so that you can create balance, so that you can have fulfillment within yourself and you can give out emotional attention to other people. Like I've noticed that you have this tendency to speak harshly to people. They will misunderstand something you say and then you will speak without compassion. And I know that's a trigger. It's like you feel triggered and it causes a swell up of emotion and then you speak it. So the result of your exam is going to make you re-examine all of that and the way that you interact with these emotions as they well up. So 62 is the number that I'm seeing, but that's not set. You still have potential to make that mark higher. Selah. Portalesh, Peter, oh, we've got a whole lot of people in the chat. Let's have a look. Kirti Kapoor, hi, can I have a future reading for Shahil Naji? Of course. Rapulikana says, hi, may I ask? Yes, you must just go ahead and ask. The questions will be answered in order. Jelly Melly Mello on Twitch says, oh my god, yes, I join. Queen Sly. Okay, so there's no queue because I'm streaming across various platforms, 5 platforms in fact, so just ask your question and I will get to it in the order that it appears in the chat. Then Rapuli Kana says, why is Mayank distant and quiet all of a sudden? Is it mind games to open me up? Or if he is actually upset because I'm not showing my feelings? Portalage Peter says, is that a rooster? Oh my god, where are you? I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm out in the mountains on the edge of the indigenous forests of Knysna, South Africa. On a farm, and there are roosters outside, and there are pigs outside. And there are usually horses too, but the horses have gone next door, to the farm next door. There are also dogs. There are quite a few dogs, and rabbits. At one point there were sheep too, but the sheep all got eaten. Jelly Melly Mellow says, general reading please. Okay, cool. So we've got 2 readings before you, Jelly Mellow. We've got a reading for a Kriti Kapoor, a future reading, and then we have Rapuli Kana, who wants to know why Mayank is distant, and then we'll get to you. Awesome. Kriti Kapoor. Something like that. Reveal the past, present, and future states of being. Cool. So the past interval here is the 5 of discs, and it is reversed. So the 5 of discs talks about how he was doing the best that he could with what he had and with what he knew. So he has certain amounts of knowledge, and he has certain resources at his disposal. So the discs is about Earth, so it's talking specifically about his physical resources, that would be technology and finances. So he was doing the best that he could with what he knew about his finances and financial markets and whatever, and he was doing the best that he could with the technology and the finances that he had, but it wasn't enough. He still had limitations that prevented him from getting to where he wanted to be. That's in the past. That is closed. Present. Here we have number 3 of the trumps. It is the Empress, also reversed. So this card is talking about how he is having difficulty with the feminine archetypes in his life. This card usually represents a mother archetype, but it can also represent a wife or a female partner. So